Y'all know what time it is. VibeTv. Just Jeff over there. Thursday Bobby. Just Jay, he out here somewhere. He'll be around. Supposed to get today. K Melody in the building.
Hello.
It's good, girl. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Wine just kicked in. Doing fucking great.
Yeah, that was hitting nice. That wine is hitting nice.
Real fucking nice. We're doing fucking great. So one, thank you for coming out.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So let everyone know where you from.
Originally, I'm from Long Island, New York, but I did live in Easton for a while, so that's how me and him connected.
Yeah, I mean, intern life. That was.
Yeah, yep, interning.
Good,
E.
good times.
Yes.
E. Joe. Shout out to E. Joe right in the E. Joe show.
Good times, for sure.
This is a dope way to spend the morning. So from interning, you was in school obviously at the time. How much did the intern like teach you about your field?
It taught me how to be comfortable on the mic. As you know, E wasted no time. He was like, all right, here's the headphones, you're on the microphone, here's the schedule, get on it. So it definitely taught me how to be confident in my voice and in my opinions, which I was already getting to, but that definitely just plunged me into it more. So
that was good learning experience for everybody. I can't. It was good. It was definitely a good time when he left us.
Yeah.
Just to do the show by ourselves.
Sometimes I was scared. I was like, where you going? No, not ready.
No, my interns got this one.
Yeah.
Shit, do we?
Oh yeah, but we had it though. We got it together.
Kept it on a lot.
Oh,
so now you're graduate now, right? Congratulations to you.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
And then you went to Atlanta. That transition from just graduating, you just moved straight away after graduating?
No. Well, actually, I trained for a temporary job in Virginia for like 2 weeks. Then I went to Atlanta.
And now that's where home is now.
Yes, it is, and I absolutely love it.
Right, and you were telling us before we started the differences. So like, can you tell them like the big difference between being here, Pennsylvania, and then going to Atlanta?
Well, yes. When I was in Pennsylvania, I was mostly trying to network in Philadelphia and New York. And, I love where I'm from, and I love Pennsylvania. But it's not as easy to network there if you're not already plugged in. For me, at the time, I had no management. It was me doing absolutely everything. I don't have nobody in my family who's in the industry or nobody that could tap me in.
Right.
So it was hard sometimes to try to weasel my way into certain circles. In Atlanta, I'm not saying I'm all the way there yet, but I see that it is much easier to navigate once people recognize your talent. So I'm hoping to go much further there, and I feel that it'll be, much more easy to accomplish that in Atlanta.
Shout out to the ATL.
Oh yeah. Big shout out.
Now, and your talent is you're a dope ass singer.
Yes, thank you.
Yo, the vocals is crazy. When did you discover your voice?
Well, my whole family sings, and I grew up in a church. So my first solo was when I was 2 years old. I sang at my parents' church. I sang a song called "You Are My Peace."
Couldn't even say that at 2 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about now. Now that I'm older, it's crazy to think about. But honestly, it's literally just "You Are My Peace, You Are My Peace" over and over again, and then the church keyboard is going and all of that.
Right.
So it was cool, but yep, I guess you could say at 2 years old I started, and that's when I started to break my stage fright. With singing in front of people. So I started very early.
Yeah, that's real. Barely walk. I'm like two-stepping still at 2.
Yeah.
Putting the vocals out.
Yeah, I mean, mom and dad was singing to me in the womb, so who knows? Maybe I could sing all the way back then. We don't know.
Little tunes. That's not kicking. That's the vocal cords going in right now. Word. Nah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So now I've seen on your Instagram, you just recently did a show? Not recently, but like, how long ago was that show you did?
A show. Which show are you referring to?
That's the thing. I'm not sure. I was just scrolling. And I know I wasn't too deep into scrolling.
The show out here in Allentown.
It was an open mic. It was definitely an open mic.
It was an open mic?
She said, shut down so many. I don't know which one it is.
Okay, well, if you're talking about the one in the Lehigh Valley, that was about a month ago.
Okay.
I was invited out by Justice, and it was super dope. I believe it's called Live Sessions.
Okay, yeah.
Live Sessions, I believe. If I'm getting it wrong, I'm sorry, Justice, because you super dope. But that was like really, really awesome. I really enjoyed the vibe because like everybody there was into music, so every riff and run, everybody's like, oh my god, everybody was,
Everybody felt it.
Yeah, going crazy. So like the energy there was really, really cool. But I also did do an open mic in Atlanta recently, and that was
Oh.
really cool. Also, that was at Apache Cafe, and they were very embracing. Like I said, where I was from, and they was like, "Well, welcome," and you know, they was vibing with me too. They was all artistic in there, so they was all feeling the vibe. You know, loud and screaming, which fuels my energy. So
It's your vibes.
yeah, it was a really good experience.
So were those some of your first shows you've like done in general? Or you've been doing shows.
Yeah, I've been doing shows for a little bit now.
Is each one like the same, or like is every not revenue avenue? What's the word for places? Whatever.
I don't know, Avenue.
Avenue, one of them shits. Yeah, even one you do is it like always like the same. You go into the same mindset, or they each get bigger and bigger. Switch
No,
up?
it's definitely not bigger and bigger. In the past, I've done big, you know, venues where maybe there's 200, 300 people. I did a show actually with Thuggin' and Buggin' in Queens, and that show had a couple hundred people, and it was much different than an open mic where it's a more intimate setting, or a club where it's louder, and now I have to kind of make sure that I'm getting everybody's attention and everybody's not going to the bar to get drinks and stuff.
Right.
So it's always different. It's always different. I just always try to prepare myself mentally and adjust to the crowd, feel the vibe, because me, myself, I have different elements within myself. So I try to tap into whatever is in the room at that time.
Do you have like a routine before every performance, like get you into that zone?
Yes, I open up my voice. Definitely, I do a couple vocal exercises, make sure I'm not cracking once I'm on stage. And also, I always try to get on stage and say, "How y'all doing?" or say something to make sure that they give me a response to make sure that I have their attention. So that's kind of my routine right now. Maybe as time goes on, I'll add. But I also pray, you know, make sure my nerves are in control, because you never know who's in the room. So I want to make sure every time I sing, I sound my best.
Give it to God. Let him help guide you. Wise words. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Be back. K Melodies is in the building. VibeTv. And we're back. VibeTv, Dark Skin Poppy, Just Jeff, K Melodies is out here.
Hey.
Hey, GB, we in the fucking building.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, so now in your years of singing and coming up, you've put out a project, right? You put out projects like.
Yes.
What was that whole thing like creating your own piece?
Okay, well, I call that my demo album because my goal with that was to show my diversity in my writing skills and in my singing vocal ability. But I did put that together while I was in school.
Right.
So putting it together was difficult at times because of class and studying and things like that. But writing and singing is natural to me, so it wasn't a hassle. But yeah, after actually putting it out, a week later, my grandma had passed away on my mom's side.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay, but she was very close to me, so it was hard to focus on marketing and doing what I needed to do after I dropped the album. But actually putting the album together was a great experience.
And what was the title?
Intro.
Solid. That's solid.
It's called Intro, my introduction, so people could know who I am.
And that was your first project you ever put out for yourself?
Yes.
And how long ago was that?
That was 2 years ago, November 19th, 2017, I put that out.
It's still able to be, like, you can find it anywhere, they can listen to it?
Yes, it is. It's still available on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify,
There you go.
Tidal. It's available, yeah. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's in my bio. So, yeah. And people are still checking it out. I'm able to see, who's checking it out on what platform. So, thank you guys for still supporting me. I appreciate it.
See, support is real out here.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with it.
Yeah.
So now that was 2 years ago. So since then, how has your sound changed, if it has changed?
I'd say that my vocals have matured just naturally. I listen to some songs and I'm like, wow, I sound like a baby.
Right.
So I feel like naturally my voice has matured, but also I feel like my ability to do certain fancy things with my voice, also I've been able to mature with that too. So I think I'm on the way up. I'm making sure I keep my vocal muscles strong so that, I'm not one of those stories where it's like, oh, she used to be able to really blow.
Yeah, and now it's like,
Yeah, I never want that. Never want that. I always want to sound better live than I do in the studio. That's always my goal.
Okay, so now that's your vocal. So that's your vocals. What about like your song, your writing skills, like things you write about, things you experienced in those 2 years? Has that changed? Subject matter. That's the word. There you
subject
go.
matter. I would say not so much. I try to get more into wordplay now and metaphors and things like that. But as far as content with intro, like I said, I was trying to show diversity. So I was talking about love. I was talking about love making. I was talking about spirituality. I was talking about being a proud Black woman. So as far as content, I feel like that'll remain the same, if not grow. But I definitely don't plan to change anything.
You got the right formula right now. It's working.
It's working. Working. I'd say it's working. When the right people hear it, they know what's up. So.
Wise words from K Melodies. She out here. So now, who are your musical influences?
Oh, that's so tricky because I have categories in my head. So do you mean like vocalists or writers or performers?
We got time. Whatever works for you.
All right. Well, I mean vocalists. My favorite vocalist right now of all time is Keke Wyatt. Period. I'm a soprano. I love Keke Wyatt. She goes crazy. As far as lyricists, as a writer, I'd say Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to listen to Erykah Badu, but now that I'm older and I'm able to understand things, Erykah Badu,
right.
I love her. Favorite performer of all time is Beyonce. Period.
Okay.
No argument. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not here to debate about that. So, yeah.
All right. Word. So now that you saying that reminded me of a debate that we had with E a while ago. That was your intern. Who like the best performer? I think he said Michael Jackson. And then you.
I'm not even about to do this right now because I don't want to disrespect anybody. You know what I'm saying? But God bless the dead. And Michael, he is, awesome. But
facts.
When it comes to performances, we have to give credit where credit's due. But Michael is a legend. His music is timeless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Beyonce has the best music in the world.
Right.
She has great music, but as a performer, she's the greatest, in my opinion, based off of research. So
she took time.
Research.
She took time for this.
Yeah.
So where is one place where like once you get asked, because you will get asked, that you would love to perform at? What venue?
I want to perform at SOBs. Like I said, originally I'm from New York, and that's where everybody has their first big performance. I would love to perform at SOBs. So once I'm there, after that, then I'm sure bigger venues will come. But yeah, I want to perform at SOBs within the next year. Within a couple months.
Y'all heard it.
A couple months, yeah.
I don't know who's working bookings out there, but Kayla ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready.
She's fucking ready for the shits. So now, do you have any like other projects that you're putting together right now? Or mixtape wise, album wise, anything like that?
Yeah, well, I am working on things right now, but I'm also working on how I want to package them and how I want to put them out because, like I said, my last experience, I feel it was a strong project, but because I had so much going on in my family life, I wasn't able to market correctly. I wasn't able to put videos out correctly in a timely manner. So the next time I drop some music, just know it's going to be back to back to back. It's going to be, put together well. So until then, I'm just going to be doing my Instagram videos and my performances live so that people can get to know my face and get to know my voice.
All right, so we're gonna get a little more into where you're gonna be at in the future in a second. We gotta take one more commercial break. Producers knocking on the door all crazy. We'll be back. One time, VibeTv. They know who it is. K Melodies is out here, all crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so please, before we wrap up, let everyone know where they can follow you. First off, find all your stuff, when the music's dropping, because they gonna be waiting for it now.
Okay. Well, I have music already dropped on Apple Music, Tidal, and Spotify. Intro is the name of the title. K Melodies is my name. I'm on Instagram actively, KAY_Melodies, MELODIES. That's on Instagram. I'm on YouTube as well under K Melodies. So
subscribe.
That's it right there. The music platforms, YouTube and Instagram. Facebook and Twitter I don't do.
You don't fuck with those?
Not too much, no.
I mean, we trying to learn Twitter, but it's like, it's fucking Twitter.
That's what happened. Yeah, I tried to get into it and I couldn't figure it out. So
I'm not the only one. Alright, so I felt that. That made me feel really fucking happy.
The Facebook, I got my mom, I got my grandpa. I can't really be fucking with y'all on that.
It is what it is. Y'all not invited yet.
Yeah.
It's cool. No doubt. Alright, so and one thing we ask our guests before they, leave. There's about maybe like 4 months left in 2019. If you had any goals from now to the end of the year, what would they be?
To get my foot way more in the door, get a project completed, and to expand opportunities. I know that might be a little vague, but I mean, that's it right there. I'm just trying to expand my opportunities, make sure I'm singing, as many places as possible, because that's what I'm passionate about.
Heard that.
No gimmicks, that's it. Just singing and writing.
Straight to the business.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any shows in Atlanta coming up? Anything in Atlanta planned?
Not coming up right now, but I had my song played in a couple clubs.
Ooh.
So.
Wait, what song?
Young Boss, which is on Intro. So.
Message.
Yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying. Just get my foot in some more doors. So.
Talking the whole for you. Whole size 11 through the door. I feel it for you.
I don't have a size 11. Maybe you were referring
but
to.
I'm kicking it for you.
Okay.
Kicking it with you, matter of fact.
Yeah. Alright. Okay.
Y'all know what it is. Yo, K Melodies is out here. Shout out to Just Jeff. Jeff J's out here doing the daddy thing. That's your poppy out.
Okay.
VibeTv.